Hey guys, Durka Gaming here, and welcome back to another FSX video. Today we are going to look at Active Sky Next for FSX. A number of you have been asking me to show my Active Sky Next settings, and to be honest, I don't think I'm going to show you that much. I know that sounds silly, but in terms of me tweaking and making major changes within Active Sky Next, I haven't done it. So I hope I won't disappoint too many of you, but the only settings I've really made are what you guys have suggested. You know, the people I fly with, the people who watch my Twitch channel. It's things like try, you know, move your wake turbulence down to 0 or down to 5, or what is your cloud distance. You know, it's all little suggestions like that, and I've just tweaked and made the odd change with you guys just telling me to try this. So that's it really. But again, I will do the video because I have been asked quite a few times to do an Active Sky video. So I'll show you the settings, what I have in my settings, and then I will just go through these briefly these other options within Active Sky, like the weather configuration, the map, the conditions, flight plan, and the tools, etc. Alrighty, well, let's start with settings. So we've got, you can see we've got a number of subheadings here, and within those subheadings we've got different options. So what I'll do is I'll go through each one, and you can see what I'm using. So the first one is download interview. So this is when the new weather downloads. I've got it at every 5 minutes. I like having my weather coming quite quickly. So again, you can play around with that. If you don't want it coming in every 5 minutes, you go 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, etc. Prevent downloads on approach. This is basically as you're coming into land. This will, as it says here, will prevent any surprising weather changes. So any wind shear, any major gusts of wind, something like that. I have that off. I don't like having that. VATSIM online weather, again, I've ticked that, unticked it. I'm not too interested in that. Log file numbers, that's two. You know, I think a lot of these I'm showing you now are default, so I haven't really played around with these. I think the download interval is it was 10 minutes. I think I moved that down to 5. So auto load simulator flight plan, that is ticked. When set to true, whether a new flight plan is loaded into the sim, then this will automatically attempt to be loaded into the app too. So that's quite a handy one. Simulate installation folder. This is just where my FSX is. So it's on a network PC, so it's sitting on my other machine. Same with this one. It's the application data folder. Again, you can see the network path. This is all just sitting on a network PC. So, and then radar data network port, again this is default 19284. There you can see the default value there. I haven't changed this at all. So this is to do, I think, with opening up to add something to your firewall. Maybe the techie guys out there could put a comment in and explain a little bit more about this, but yeah, I haven't changed this or looked at this too much. So that's it. So that's general options. So next we have simulator depiction options, and within that is show in some text message. I have that unticked. I've never changed that. So I have that unticked. Depicts hurricanes. This is if you want to pick up hurricanes. If you're flying near a hurricane, I haven't flown anywhere near a hurricane, so but I do have that ticked, so that's up to you if you want to have hurricanes, yeah, depicting hurricanes. So that's those are those two options. Again, nothing too difficult, quite straightforward. The next is the cloud option. So maximum cloud layers, I've got it at 4. I'd change it between 3 and 4, depending. To be honest, I've actually left it on 4 for quite a while. Anything above 5, 6, 7, you're going to get a bad performance on your PC, especially if you're running an old PC. So I would leave it either on 3 or 4. So that's maximum cloud layer. Maximum cloud turbulence, I've got it on 79. I did have it a little bit higher, and I felt it was just too bad. The turbulence was quite severe. So 79 is pretty cool. Maximum cloud icing, I've got that on 100. Again, I think that was just standard when I installed Active Sky. So prevent thunderstorms when CB reported, that's ticked. I have that ticked. I think that is somebody suggested ticking that, so I have that ticked. Minimum cloud draw distance is 60, so right at the bottom, minimum cloud draw distance, and then maximum is 90. You can see default is 90. So again, with minimum and maximum, yeah, I think these were just again standard when I installed Active Sky. But again, you can play around with it. I don't think by going higher than 90 is going to make that much difference. And again, you're going to start getting a performance issue as well. So next we have the force BKN to 7/8. I don't use it, so I'm not even going to talk about it. Enhance overcast conditions. Okay, this is a FSX killer. Untick this. Unless you are really running a super duper machine. This just basically adds a thicker layer of cloud. I find it unnecessary. I have tried it and it is a FPS killer, so untick that. Next we have wind option and effects. Maximum surface wind I've got set to 100. Maximum wind turbulence I've got set to 100, the maximum. Maximum wind shear I've got it set to 50. Force ATC wind lock, I've got that unticked. Basically, this will not change the wind at an airport. So if we have this ticked and we're at Gatwick, and just say the wind is blowing at 260, it will keep it at 260, even though all of a sudden the wind has gone to 180. So basically just locks the wind wherever you are. Disable winds aloft, I've unticked that. Interlayer and interpolation, I don't really use this. I don't understand it 100%. I'm sure if we have some PPL pilots, and I'm sure I will learn this eventually on my PPL course. This is basically to do with calculations between wind direction and speed. As I said, I'm not going to talk about it too much because I don't understand it 100%, but it is to do with calculations. Enhanced turbulence, this I have ticked. I quite like that when if you go through some heavy storms. Turbulence, enhanced turbulence is ticked. Wake turbulence strength, I did have this on, I think I had this on about 15. And I was getting a lot of bad wake turbulence. One or two people in my stream said, Durka, drop it down to 10. I did drop it down to 10 and I was still getting some really bad wake turbulence. I've actually just dropped it down to 0 now. So you can see default value, they've got it at 50. I'm really not sure why they've said 50, because as I said, even at 10, 15, you get some really bad wake turbulence. I've switched it off completely. I don't like it. So again, play around with that and see what you guys feel is the best for you. So maximum downdraft rate, I've set mine to 500. That's the default one. I haven't really played around with this too much. And maximum updraft thermal rate, again, I've left this at default, and that is 500. Alrighty, so that's wind option and effects. We'll move on to visibility options. Disable haze layer, I've ticked that. I don't like that. I've ticked disabled haze layer. Maximum surface visibility is 0. Alright, that's the default one. Maximum surface visibility is 75. I've kept it at default as well. So, alrighty, maximum upper visibility. What have I got that to? 90. Yeah, so I've clearly have changed that because the default was 150, as you can see there. So again, I've changed that to 90. And then auto adjust upper visibility, I've got a tick into that as well. Alright, and then the last one is audio options. Application sound, I've got that unticked. Yeah, so enable application sound including startup thunder sound. That's if you don't want, yeah, when you launch your Active Sky, you hear thunder and lightning and all that. So yeah, just if you want that, tick it and that. So play wind shear, Oriole alert. I've got a tick in that. So yeah, you will hear going wind shear, wind shear. All right. Voice, ATIS, flight watch. I've got a tick in that. Again, I think a lot of these audio options, I've just left them as default. So if you want to basically listen to the ATIS, you just type in these different frequencies. When you come to a destination or airport, when you're coming close to a weather station, you can just put it on 122 or 12202. It's quite a nice option actually to hear the ATIS. So this just comes from Active Sky. So you just tick that. Preferred audio device. As you can see, I don't have anything in there. I've not really looked at this. Selected audio volume, I've got that on 100. And enable voice sets. Again, this is all default. Alright, that's it. Those are my settings for Active Sky. As I said at the beginning of the video, I've made 1 or 2 adjustments. I haven't done much, as you could see. A lot of it is still sitting on the default. So that's the settings. I'm now going to show you some of the other options within Active Sky Next. So the other options in Active Sky Next will work from left to right. So the first one is the weather configuration. So at the moment you can see I've got it in live mode. So this basically automatically picks up the weather where you are. It will pick up the different winds, the temperatures, the QNH, all that type of thing. So if you want the most realistic weather, leave it in live mode. Alright, the next one is historical. So historical is basically if you want to fly in a storm which happened 3 weeks ago, or if there was a snowstorm or anything like that, all you do is you click on historical and you choose. So it's back, sorry, I'm going forward there. So back in February, on the 4th of Feb, we had a really bad snowstorm at Gatwick, and I want to fly in that. You can even change the time. You just add it in there. That's basically it. If you just want to choose historical time and date for some weather, whatever the weather conditions were, you would then do that. Alright, fairly straightforward. And then the next one is manual. So if you want to add in different cloud, turbulence, different winds and different temperatures, you do this in the manual. So for example, if we want to add some bad weather at Gatwick, we go to EGKK. So at the moment it's got Base altitude is 2,700. There's a thickness. I think we can get rid of that. You can delete that. Yes, we can then start adding. So cloud type at Gatwick, we want cumulonimbus. Coverage is, if you wanted overcast, broken, a few. So we wanted overcast. Base altitude, we wanted the first at 2,000. Cloud thickness you can change. Then cloud turbulence, if you want it heavy, and you click OK. Then you can add another one. So we want to add, let's do 6,000 or 5,000. Sorry, 5,000. We want it moderate, and we want it scattered. And there we go. So that's your cloud. And then if you want winds and temperature, again, you can see you can set it to your turbulence. You can set it to moderate. You can change the different wind directions as well. So at 6,000 we want it coming up at, what have we got there? Just say we want it at 210. We can change it there. At 6,000 we want it severe. At 9,000 we want it light. So there you go, and you can add thunderstorms as well. You can add thunderstorms, so you just add a tick in there. Precipitation, so your rain. I think you've got to, so what can we do? So heavy rain, and then it changes a bit, so you can add heavy rain like that. And then once you've played around and you've got all your clouds and your wind and temps at Gatwick, just make sure that you click the load preset, and then that will load it into the sim, and then you've got this weather. I did this the other day when we were testing out the 777 wind, the new weather radar. I was at Sydney, I think it was, in Australia, and I wasn't getting any cloud or anything, and the guys on the stream wanted to see how the weather radar works. So what I did, I came in here and we added loads of rain and turbulence and all that type of thing, and then obviously all that showed up on the weather radar. So alright, next one is a map. It just shows the map where you are, and you can, I think you can scroll out here. There we go. Yeah. So you can see over Europe. There's quite a lot of cloud around Europe. It's got different overlays as well. So you can add, like, the airport. There's the airports there. You can add VORs. If we scroll in, yeah, let's scroll in, yeah, okay. NDBs. So loads of different options as well. So, all right, that's it. And then if you click conditions, so let's go back to live mode. So we're back in live mode, and I've loaded up FSX now, and I've put myself at Gatwick. So let's go over to the conditions page. Let's type in Gatwick there. So at Gatwick you can see it's giving us some more information now. So it's giving us the airport code, the station type, latitude, longitude, the elevation of the airport, the temperature, the dew point, surface winds. It's giving us the QNH, precipitation, so there's no rain reported, and the visibility. It's also giving us the different altitudes and the different wind direction, the speed, and the temperature at those different altitudes. And then it's given us the meta down there as well. So that's the conditions. It just gives you a more detailed picture of the weather at that airport or where you're flying at the moment. Alright, and again, if you want to check another station, all you do is just type in. So let's do Sydney, for example, is YSSY. There we go, Sydney. So we've got cloudy, it's 10 degrees, winds at 260, the elevation, the QNH, that type of thing. Again, fairly straightforward. Next is flight plan. So what you can do, you've got two options with flight plan. We can you can actually type it manually. So we EGKK, and just say we're going to Birmingham EGBB, and the alternate is EGCC, which is Manchester. Cruise altitude, we're just going 23,000. And we can just say refresh, and there you go. It basically gives you your flight plan, wind speed, wind direction, the different altitudes, that type of thing, and it gives you your different waypoints. Yeah, straightforward, easy. You can add in a few more things there if you know what your climb speeds are and all that type of thing. The other way you can do it is just load up existing flight plan, which I will do now. So this is the plan I used when we flew from Dublin to Birmingham. So we click open, and that should load up there, and there we go. It's giving you all your waypoints, altitude, the wind direction, wind speeds, distances, that type of thing. Alright, so again, fairly straightforward. Briefing. So once you've got a flight plan, you can click on your briefing, and again it gives you a more detailed picture of your weather, and it gives it to you at the different, so at the airport, at Liffey, Dublin 41, etc., etc. So that it gives you the winds, the temperatures, that type of thing. All right. I don't take too much notice of this in Active Sky. I use PFPX, which I get all my winds and all my calculations from PFPX. But just in terms for this video, I just wanted to show you. Again, we've got some more waypoints here with flying altitude, temperature, winds, etc., etc. And here's the winds aloft by waypoint. Yeah, so all loads of different information about the weather. Next, search. If we want to search for snow, visibility, so if we want to just, so less than, wind speed, no, let's put, we don't put, actually put, yeah, put any, cloud ceiling, thunderstorms, no, include stations with quick search, snow, and then it tells you where we are. Yeah, there we go, NZCM. NZCM. So let's see where that is. So let's go back to conditions. Sorry, what was it? NZCM. NZCM. Oh, I can't type. NZCM. There we go. There we go. So that's in McMurdo Station in New Zealand, Williamsfield. Wow, -15. Wow, that is cold. Snow. So there you go. So that's quite handy if you want to try find snow, rain. Let's do heavy. Let's see where. Let's do a quick search on that. Let's do thunderstorms. Wow, loads. So let's have a look. Anything I recognize. I think this is Italy, LIMC. Let's have a look. LIMC. Malpensa, there we go. Milan, thunderstorms. So that's really a nice handy tool. Settings we went through, and then tools. The only real tool I use is the X-Gauge installation wizard. This basically is if you want to have sort of the map on your dashboard, sort of in your cockpit. That's all I use it for. X-Gauge installation wizard. The others I haven't really looked at, so I can't really talk about those too much. The main one is the X-Gauge installation wizard. As I said, that will actually install a little sort of like a little GPS type of window where you can view the weather, and you can have that, and it will show you if there's rain or snow and that type of thing. So that's quite handy to have. The rest of them I haven't really looked at. And then the help is you just click help, and then the Active Sky manual, the user guide, basically pops up. So if you're not sure of something, you've got it there. And that's it. Guys, that's my Active Sky. You've seen my settings. I've gone through a number of the other options. Fantastic piece of software. I highly recommend it. You'll see the link below. So if you're interested in buying it, you'll see the link below. They do give you a 14-day trial. So have a go at it first. I promise you, like I was, after 2-3 days, you'll purchase it straight away. So fantastic piece of software. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much. I just want to say thank you to all of you for all the support with my new YouTube channel. Thanks for all the thumbs up on my videos. It's much appreciated. Thank you. Look out for some more videos. My next video is going to be on Avlasoft EFB. I hope to get that out in the next day or two. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give a thumbs up, share it, and I will catch you soon. Take it easy. Cheers, cheers. Bye-bye.